Hey girlies, welcome back to one of my videos, or if you're new, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Andre and it's very nice to meet you. I'm really excited today because we're gonna be talking about a product that it's been really anticipated in the beauty community, and I personally was really excited as well when I heard that Ariana Grande or R.E.M Beauty was going to be releasing a foundation. If you're a fan of makeup or a fan of Ariana Grande or both, you've been waiting for this foundation, so that's what today's video is about. We're gonna be unboxing, testing, giving first impressions on the foundation. But before we continue and start reviewing this foundation, if you're new to the channel, if it's the first time that you're watching one of my videos, go ahead and subscribe because it helps me a lot. And also leave me a comment down below letting me know what releases or what new makeup products you're excited about you would like me to try. But yeah, let's not make this video any longer and let's get started. This was released yesterday at Ulta, so I just ran to the nearest Ulta that I had, and then I just tried to use my House Labs foundation to find my perfect shade, and I think this one's a pretty close one. Mine is in the shade medium 4N. It retails for $35, so I think that's a pretty reasonable price for a high-end foundation. In comparison, the House Labs one that I was just talking about is $45, so it is $10 cheaper, which is nice. Love a fair price. Who doesn't love a fair price for their makeup? I'm also gonna be trying their foundation brush that just launched, and Ulta was giving a gift with purchase. If you buy the foundation before a certain day, they're gonna give you the, what is this called? Dreamcloud full face blender for free. And this one's different from their cloud blender that they released when they first opened the brand. Basically, this one's like a full face one that has multiple sides and everything. So I'll let you know how these work as well. I'm gonna try to keep it as minimal as possible makeup wise so that I can give the foundation a fair chance to see how it performs and everything. This is what the box looks like. It's so pretty. I like the minimal design and all the graphics and everything. This is the color of the foundation right here. Everyone's going crazy for the bottle itself. This is what it looks like right here. It's like nice and flat, so if you're a makeup artist and likes to travel with a bunch of these, the same one but different shades, I think this will be nice and compact, to put in your bag and stuff. I love the frosted bottle. It is plastic, so it's not, glass or anything. I wish it was glass, but it's still really pretty. I think it looks really sleek. Very R.E.M beauty vibes for sure. I do have a couple other R.E.M beauty products that I'm going to be using with this as well that I've tried before, but I just wanted, to just use the brand and you see how it all works together basically. And I'm going to be doing like a wear test with you guys. I'm going to Disney World later today, so I'll see how it holds up in the Florida humidity. Let's just get started and see how it does. So I've already gone ahead and washed my face and moisturized it and everything. I do have a few problem areas down here on my jaw. I have just a few breakouts from over the weekend. I'm gonna prime my face using this One Size Secure the Blur Makeup Magnet Primer. I love this stuff. It just fills in all the pores and just gets rid of texture and stuff. I think I've said this before. I don't think it necessarily makes my makeup last longer or anything. I just like that it makes like a good base for whatever I'm gonna put on top of it. Cheeks and then also the forehead. All right, so it's the moment of truth. Let's see if the foundation is even a good match. There it is. I'm gonna start with like a pump and a half, see where that takes me. And I keep seeing that this thing is very full coverage, so I'm gonna try to do a light layer first and then see if I need to add more. It feels thick, like it's like a paste, like a paint almost. I think the shade will work. I think it matches my neck pretty well. This. And you guys know that I like applying the foundation on my nose area with my fingers over here, just to push in that foundation into every single little pore and crevice I might have. Just feel like the brush or even a sponge only makes it like sit on top. It doesn't really get in there, so just use my fingers and it works great. I just decided that I'm gonna try to blend this side of my face with a brush and then this side with a sponge to see which one I like better. I guess now that I have both options, I can see which one will be the best with this one. Let's see, a lot of people say the brush feels really nice, so let's see. Ooh, this is what she looks like. Oh yeah, they're right, it feels kind of heavy. Really, really soft bristles, look at that. So nice. And I like the color too, very sleek. All right, moment of truth, let's see. Oh wow, I think the color is actually pretty good. I was worried it would be a little too light. This shade is actually the same shade of the concealer I have, but it may work just fine actually. I feel like the shape of this brush, this huge square like this, is making the application so fast. I feel like I'm already pretty much done with this side. It definitely covered everything right up. Look at this area over here. I had like a bit of redness and a few pimples right here, and they're nowhere to be found. It's a little confusing because when you first like feel the foundation itself and the way it looks is almost like a cream, but it does not feel like that at all on the face. I'm not supposed to be using this over here. And that was like very minimal effort. Like, how nice is that? The angle of the brush really lets you get like everywhere right here. This side probably didn't need as much on my forehead, but it's a good area to test. Like if your foundation stays on your forehead, that's an excellent sign of the quality of the foundation. Look at that. This is supposed to be a neutral undertone and it's looking a little more on the warm side, but I don't mind it. I mean, we can of course bronze it up, blush it up, all those good things, but it's looking more golden than neutral in my opinion. Alright, well, let me get a little closer so you can see the texture. So this is what the texture looks like. You see it's very skin-like, even though it's really thick and full coverage. You can really feel anything, which is great. Amazing. Now let's try the other side with the sponge. This one definitely feels a little bit harder than the original sponge, which is probably a good thing. It probably means it doesn't absorb as much product. So let's see. I'm not really sure if this is meant to be used with it or anything, but they were released on the same day, so it probably means they are. Okay, yeah, this side is still beautiful, but as you can see, like the redness for my cheeks right here is sticking through just a little bit more. So I don't think the coverage is as full if you use the Beauty Blender or the Cloud Sponge. I would say as far as the brush versus the sponge, I think I like the brush side a little bit more. But I've also been just liking brushes overall more lately. So I don't know if that's why. I think that or if it's actually better, but I think it's also a little bit easier to do the brush. I'm still having to make sure everything looks even back here, that it's not like unblended or anything. Now let me get close again. This is the side with the brush. This is the side with the sponge. So see, not a huge difference, but I think this side definitely looks a little bit more full coverage. Look at that. It's way more even than this side. This side looks more natural, like more like my skin, but better. But this side is definitely more beat than this one. So far, so good. I mean, it's really comfortable. I like that. I like when foundations don't feel like you're wearing them. I mean, all the powders and everything will definitely change that, but so far, so good. All right, well, now let's move on to concealer. I don't know the name of it. It's just their concealer pot like this. It's the same shade as the foundation, medium 4N, but I'm not sure if it will match my face or if it's just slightly lighter. Let's see. I'm gonna use my finger to just lay it down on my face first. Okay, yeah, so the concealer is definitely just a little bit lighter, which is good. I definitely like my under eye concealer to brighten, and I was scared or worried that this was not gonna brighten my under eyes, but it will. For the brush side, I'm gonna use this Rare Beauty concealer brush. They did release a concealer brush as well, but my store didn't have it available. And I did just buy another one by another brand, so I didn't want to, you know, get 2 concealer brushes in 1 week. So I'm just gonna use this one. I'm just using that to blend everything right here. And I'm sure these were formulated to work with one another. So it's definitely doing that, working really well with the foundation. What under eyes? None. And for this side, I'm just gonna use the flat side of the pointy part of the new sponge to see how it blends. Okay, yeah, I think I like this for this part of the concealer. I don't think it gets really in there like that, but I think it's working nicely. I really can't tell on camera, at least, if there's a huge difference. I think this one definitely looks a little bit more full coverage than this side. I keep saying that, but it's true. You see how over here, there's like no skin color really. Let's keep going. I don't want anything to crease, of course, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start setting my under eyes first. Just use whatever powder you use that works for you. This is the one size powder. This one's in translucent. So I'm just gonna go under my eyes over here for now, just so that nothing creases. So here, and then just on my nose area, just to make sure that I don't have to go and retouch that later. Perfect. Look at that. I have another R.E.M product over here. This is the, why is it so hard to find the names? Okay, the Eclipse Cheek and Lipstick in the shade Call Back. This is basically a stick blush like this. It's a really pretty color. I got this as a gift recently, but I just haven't used it yet, so I'm glad I saved it for this video. I'm just gonna grab it in the back of my hand like that. Just grab a good bit of it, and then I'm gonna take the Cloud blender. This is from their original release, or their first release basically. I'm just gonna saturate it like this, and that's what I'm gonna use to add blush to both sides. But I think with the setter with powder and everything, it's gonna look nice. Blend this side a little bit more. That's good. I'm gonna add a little bit to my forehead too, because why not? And just right here, just a little bit. You of course don't have to set it if you normally don't do that, but if I don't set mine, it's just gonna melt on me. So I'm just going to set everything to give it a fair chance. Like I said, when you do these kind of things, you want to do your makeup as normal, and then, you know, just change up the product that you're testing, which in this case, of course, is the foundation. I've tried the concealer before. Like I said, it's just a little heavier for what I normally go for, so I just usually don't reach for it, but it is great. I love the coverage, and it's a good product. It really looks really like filtered, which is great. I think we all want a nice filtered look. This powder is making me look a little ghostly, so I'm just gonna grab a little bit of bronzer and just warm up the outside of my face, basically. So right here, forehead, or 5 head. I was gonna use a powder blush to just retouch what I had over here, but I'm just gonna actually grab the same stick and then just add a tiny little dot right there. Take a little dot right here. Smooth a little bit on my nose. Just like that, just a little bit. Love it. The last thing I wanted to put on by R.E.M Beauty is actually one of these little pod eyeshadows. This one's a metallic gel eyeshadow in the shade Touch. It's this like aqua, like minty, really pretty eyeshadow. And I'm just gonna use it as like an all over like color. And I'm gonna use my fingers for that too. So anytime I'm working with like a cream, I like to put it in the back of my hand first to make sure that I have like an even layer of my finger, like this. And then you can go crazy. Look at how pretty that is. It's not like the most intense shimmer by any means. I have some more sparkly stuff, but this is just like a nice little wash of something, you know? It's like a little sparkly blue. It just reflects really nice with the light look. Like that. Okay, then let's do the other side. Again, not being careful or anything, just concentrating it on the bottom and then just kind of blending it outwards. And as you can see, I didn't even use a primer or anything. I'm just gonna let the natural color of my eyelids and this do all of the work. It just makes your eyes look like wet almost. Love it. Perfect. And just to finish off, I'm gonna add just a cute little lip tint. This is a R.E.M Beauty lip tint. Now I'm gonna go off camera. I'm gonna film a TikTok trying these like lash things that I've been seeing everywhere. So let me go do that and I'll be right back. So there they are, the lashes. I actually was just trying the Kiss like bonded clusters. I think I like them. Honestly, I have to keep testing them. This is my first time wearing something like this, so I have to see how they feel and how they last. But so far it's looking really good. On camera it's looking really nice and airbrushed. So far I think it's working nicely. It's looking really good. I think if I set it really well with more powder and everything would work better for me. But as far as the texture and how it feels, the color, coverage, everything is great. So I don't know how many check-ins I'll end up doing, but I'm gonna show you clips through the day and everything of how it's looking. This is past me, of course. Those check-ins happen later in the day, but I need to somehow close this video. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed today's review of the new Sweetener foundation. I was really excited for it, so I hope that it works for me so I can keep wearing it. I have a feeling that it will, so let's hope that that's the case. Don't forget to give this video a like and to subscribe to my channel because that helps me get discovered by other people like you that like these kinds of videos. So I really, really appreciate it if you did that. Also, let me know down below in the comments what you would like to see in a future video. I do have another makeup review coming up soon, so be on the lookout for that. Thank you all so much again. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.